Smoked the same cigar on 2 different days. Somehow it tasted completely different. One day it's smooth, sweet, creamy, and the next day it feels spicier, sharper, or even a little harsh. Most people chalk that up to mood, or pairing, or just randomness. But a lot of the time, it's humidity. Because a cigar stored at 62, 65, and 69% RH doesn't just burn differently, it tastes different too. So today we're going to break down what actually changes, and more importantly, how you can tune humidity to match the kind of flavor experience you enjoy. Welcome back to the Honest Humidor. Let's start simple. Humidity doesn't magically change what's inside the cigar. It changes how that cigar burns. More moisture in the leaf means a cooler, slower burn. Less moisture means a hotter, cleaner burn. And that burn temperature changes flavor, strength perception, mouthfeel, and how easily oils are released from the tobacco. So when people argue about the best humidity, they're really just saying, this is how I like my cigars to taste. Let's start at the high end, around 69%. A cigar at 69% usually feels a little softer when you squeeze it. Not wet, just cushioned. And when you light it, the smoke tends to feel round and smooth. A little sweeter, a little softer around the edges. Pepper and spice calm down, the cigar feels more relaxed, and the burn is usually slower. That's why newer smokers, or fans of mild cigars, often enjoy this zone. It's forgiving, easygoing, nothing jumps out and slaps you. The trade-off is, sometimes the cigar doesn't feel fully awake, and you're more likely to deal with tunneling or tighter draw. So, smooth experience, slightly less intensity. Now, when you drop it into the 65% range, cigars start behaving differently. They burn cleaner, the draw opens up, flavors begin to separate instead of blending together. You start noticing, oh, there's the wood, there's the spice, and there's the sweetness. Retrohaling becomes genuinely interesting. The cigar feels alive, but still controlled. This is where a lot of manufacturers test their blends, because it sits just right in the middle. Same cigar, same tobacco, just clearer. And then there's 62%. Here, the cigar usually feels firmer, and when you light it, the burn gets razor sharp. The temperature bumps up just a touch, and because of that, flavors concentrate. The spice wakes up, earth deepens, nicotine feels more present. Not because the cigar changed, but because the delivery changed. Now if you puff too quickly at 62%, harshness can creep in, and wrappers can be a little more delicate. So this range tends to be favored by more experienced smokers, or people who enjoy bold cigars and slower, more intentional smoking. And here's the truth. There is no best humidity. There's only the humidity that gives you the best experience that you enjoy. It's like ordering a steak. Rare, medium rare, and medium. Same steak, different personality. Humidity works the same way. Now, wrapper type matters too, because different leaves react differently to moisture. Connecticut shade is thin and delicate, and it usually feels happiest a little higher, around the upper 60s. That keeps it flexible and creamy, instead of peppery and bitter. Habano wrappers, a little thicker and naturally spicy, tend to shine in the mid-60s. Enough humidity to keep sweetness, but dry enough to wake up the spice. Then you got the heavy hitters, San Andreas and Broadleaf, thick, oily, and chewy. These often do great a little drier, low to mid 60s, because they already hold on to oils. Dropping humidity sharpens the burn instead of making them feel heavy or damp. Corojo usually lives happily in the mid 60s, where the boldness stays bold without getting aggressive. And Sumatra, thin but oily, tends to behave best in the mid to high 60s, so it doesn't canoe or dry out. But, and this is important, these are tendencies, not rules. Factories cure tobacco differently, climate change cigars, and palates are personal. So instead of obsessing over which number is right, try this. Grab 3 of the same cigar, store one at 62, one at 65, and one at 69. Smoke them on different days. You'll instantly understand humidity, not as a number, but as a flavor tuning. And once you notice the difference, you'll never look at your hygrometer the same way again. So that's why cigars don't taste the same at 62, 65, or 69%. It isn't storage trivia, it's part of the experience. And the goal isn't to chase a number, it's to discover the humidity where your cigars come alive. Thanks as always for spending time here in the Honest Humidor.